Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Agent Psycho, aka Toy Sniper 98. So, welcome back to another month of Wales log for Genshin Impact, month of March, February. March, February, where was I going with that? March of 2024. So, let's get right into it. So, our last new character is Shenyun. She might have been long enough ago where I probably talked about her in last month's Wales log, especially with how late I put it out. Actually, I think the latest Wales log video I put out for last month, for February, was technically for Star Rail. Pretty sure I put that out like literally 2 weeks into February, so that was pretty late. But yeah, I'm going off the assumption that I didn't talk about Shenyun in last month's Genshin Wales log. So here we go. Haven't really improved Shenyun's stats. If in case I already did show off my Shenyun last time. Well, show off is kind of a weird way to put that. What exactly am I showing off right here? Yeah, exactly. What exactly am I showing off here? So yeah, I guess I can talk about what my plans for Shenyun are eventually. Ideally, obviously, her crit rate is perfect. 70 CR is good enough for me. Ideally, I'd like to get her, 14% more crit damage for the, good old-fashioned 1 to 2 crit ratio, or 1 to 2 crit damage ratio. First thing in the morning, can't talk. Her ER is perfect as well, just about 40%. She gets her ult very comfortably, so I like that a lot. She does have her own signature, so that's good. And yeah, currently she's only on 2-piece Glad, 2-piece Viridescent. I believe her preferred set is 4-piece Viridescent, so I'm going to have to work on getting her 2 more Viridescent pieces at some point. Should be simple, because, strongbox. I do need to go take a trip back to the strongbox soon, because I do want to clear out my inventory, my artifact inventory of all my shitty, gold pieces that I've gotten from spamming, the Navio domain, the Nighttime Whispers domain. Gotta spam that more, because, Chiori's about to come out, so I want to get Chiori a decent 4-piece Nighttime Whispers set as well. Because I believe that should be her best set. Yeah, should be. But in any case. So yeah, gotta get my Shenyun 4-piece Viridescent. Not sure when that's gonna happen. Maybe when I grind for Chiori artifacts, like I said. Only C0. No plans of getting her to any more than that, because, IRL sucks. And I started to work on Shenyun's talents, finally. Now that my Navia is completely crowned. And so is my... Where is she? Farina. Now I can start working on other characters. Other 5-star characters. And eventually 4-star characters who also require the new weekly mats from Fontaine. So yeah, I've got started on that already with Shenyun's ultimate. So yeah. I've entertained thoughts on triple crowning Shenyun, because she is hot. And it's thematically appropriate because I have both of her students, well, her disciples is the correct term there. Both of her disciples triple crowned as well. Shenna here and then Ganyu here, so it's only fitting if I also triple crown Shenyun herself too. I mean, hey, just look at her. She's given me a good reason to. So, however, I'm not sure at the moment. I'm gonna have to think about it a little more carefully, because Shenyun's playstyle, it's entertaining, but I don't know if it's for me. Like, mostly you'd want to use her for Plunge support, and that's like, I don't know. Like, it's a fun build, but like, in my eyes, I don't really consider it a reliable team build. We would have to get more characters who like specialize in plunge attacks for me to like more seriously consider running Shenyun in like Abyss or something, right? As a mainstay team, for example. So far, we only have Gaming, and he's great, obviously. He's intended to be used with Shenyun, obviously, but like he's our only plunge character, or like character who really focuses on plunge attacks. Like, you could probably argue that Kazuha, right here, just from what I'm aware of, you could maybe consider Kazuha to be a plunge attack character, perhaps, just because of how his skill works. So I mean, if in case his plunge attack, or his skill specifically, the second half when it comes down, in case that applies, like in case Kazuha gets a big buff out of running with Shenyun, then perhaps. I don't know how viable double Animo is though. Just on like a quote meta scale, and this is ironic coming from somebody who traditionally laughs at Genshin meta. So kind of a hypocrite, I know. I take full responsibility for it. But in any case, yeah. So far, right now, we don't really have a lot of great plunge attack characters, or characters who are dedicated to a plunge attack build. I mean, yeah, D-Luke exists, but like, you know, that's kind of an accident, or unintended playstyle of D-Luke. Just kind of funny how it works out for him. Uses ult, infuse himself with pyro, and then keep plunge attacking for massive pyro damage. Kind of funny, but hey, if it works, it works. Maybe one day, once my Shenyun is more, like, built out, you know, has a proper 4-piece Viridescent set, has the stats that I want her to have, maybe I'll take her for a spin with D-Luke, maybe even gaming as well, once I actually get to, focus on his ass. And yeah, maybe I'll change my mind then. But until then, not sure. So, yeah, Triple Crown for Shenyun is maybe. Because technically, I'd be more willing to triple crown somebody like Arlecchino. Obviously, I'm really liking Chiori, who's gonna come out in a few days actually. But obviously, I'm making this video before she comes out, so I'm not sure yet. But like Arlecchino is a fantastic triple crown candidate for me, personally. So at this moment, excuse me, at this moment, I'm more inclined to give Arlecchino triple crowns than Shenyun. Not only that, but I think I'm right out of crowns now, so I gotta build that crown stock back up again. Anyways, enough about Shenyun. Let's see. Gaming, I believe, is also our other new character, because he came out with Shenyun at the same time. Again, not sure if I've talked about his build yet. Surprisingly, he has a decent build already, 7140. Well, I say decent, but his stats should actually be a lot better than this. Because I gave him... Actually, never mind. His stats are actually perfectly fine, considering he has a non-crit rate or crit damage main stat weapon. Because I decided to give him Mega Magic Sword. Because obviously my Nabe has her own signature, so I decided to give this to him. But yeah, I guess with that in mind, I guess his crit stats are actually not that bad. 7140, 1 to 2 crit rate, crit damage ratio. He's getting most of his ER from his sword. Basically means he doesn't have to worry about ER at all. So Mega Magic Sword. I still need to do all of the all the Melusian quests anyway. I only did like 1 or 2. So technically this sword could be a lot stronger than it is now. But I'll work on that eventually. Currently he's only running 2-piece Shenyun brain rot. 2-piece Gladiator and 2-piece Crimson. I forget what his exact ideal artifact set is, or his BIS artifact set. I don't know if it's 4-piece Crimson Witch. That'd be a little bit odd. Maybe something else. We should have a artifact set that specializes in plunge damage at this point, shouldn't we? Forgetting what that is, though. I'll look up what his ideal artifact set is, but that assumes I actually get around to being able to actually work on him. Hopefully I do, though. Only C0 because I wasn't able to roll a single copy of Gaming, for fuck's sake, from Shenyun gacha. And I dumped, what? At least, I want to say, like, 8, 9, or 10 multi-rolls? Because I remember when Shenyun came out, because of all the rolls I had done to get Chevy, to get Chevreuse, because it took me a long time to get Chevreuse too. Like I got Chevreuse on like the second to last day of her banner, before Shenyun came out, back in during the last days of 4.3. That meant that I had built just enough multis to guarantee a 5-star going to Shenyun, but I lost that 50-50, got Kecking instead, and so I had to dump another 7 or 8 multis to get the guaranteed Shenyun, and throughout all that time I didn't get a single copy of Gaming, and so I was considering diving into Shenyun banner even harder just to get a copy of Gaming, until my Twitch chat thankfully reminded me that, like, hey, remember you have Lantern, right? You can just get your free copy of Gaming there. So I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God I'm a streamer, because otherwise I would have made some very bad financial decisions. So they really saved my my ass there. So, but yeah, because of that, because I picked him as my free 4-star from Lantern Right, he's only C0. Hopefully I'll be able to get more copies of him. Apparently he's really good, as he should be. He looks pretty cool. Can't work on his talents just yet, because obviously he needs the weekly materials. I think as of right now, I think I'm not going to spend any dream solvents. Whatever weekly materials I get leading up to Arlecchino, I'll just distribute to whoever needs them, without using dream solvents, obviously. So like if I happen to get, you know, these lightless mass materials, I'll give them to gaming or whoever else came first. I forget, because we do have quite a few 4-stars that I need to focus on leveling talents for. Well, I say quite a bit. There's probably only a handful. Like, gaming, obviously, is the most recent one. Chevy. Who else? There's a couple of other 4-stars that I need to work on. I think Alice. Alice. What's her name? Charlotte. Why did I call her Alice? But yeah, Charlotte. Right here. Still needs some weekly materials. Actually, I could actually give her some of these right now, actually. But yeah, well, even though I say that, I think I'm gonna wait. I think even though I did already spend a weekly material for Shenyun here, because obviously her ult is at level 7, I think what I'm gonna do, now that I think about it, is I'm gonna wait until we get our drip marking for Arlecchino, and then the beta comes out and we know exactly what Arlecchino wants in terms of materials, because that means we'll know what she wants in terms of the weekly material, and once that happens, then yeah, we'll see what she wants. I did hear that Arlecchino is supposed to come out with this big ass region right here. This weird frickin' ditto shaped because I saw Envy's tweet, or was it Ziox's tweet? This weird ditto shaped hole in the map right now. Now that we have Shenyun Vale. So apparently we're supposed to get this region expansion with Arlecchino. And so if this new region expansion comes with its own, like, new second Fontaine weekly boss, because remember, Fontaine technically only has one weekly boss at the moment, which is... where is it? Can I find it somewhere? It's right here. So yeah, the whale boss, where you fight against me. Yeah, that's our only Fontaine weekly boss as of right now. So if Arlecchino does in fact come with a region expansion, maybe I'm misinterpreting the leaks, or maybe I just read the leaks wrong. But in case that's the case, wow, I love being redundant. Then yeah, that means I can just spend all of our whale weekly materials on the characters we already have. Because obviously Arlecchino won't be using these weekly materials, she'll be using some other stuff. Whatever the second weekly boss gives from here. And I do think that a second weekly boss coming with this particular region expansion is quite likely. But at the same time, we haven't gotten that many new characters, because remember, a lot of our initial starting Fontaine characters still required materials from the Sumeru weekly. Not that one. This one right here. Yeah. Because like, all the characters up to Ridesley, I think, right? All the Fontaine characters leading up to Ridesley don't want the whale boss, they want the Sumeru weeklies, which is, again, very weird, but mihoyo. But in any case. So yeah, we'll see if Arlecchino needs a completely new set of weekly materials than what we have right now. So yeah, I think actually on second thought, I'm gonna hold off on giving these weekly mats to our current characters until I know what Arlecchino wants exactly. So yeah, that was Shenyun, that was gaming. I'm pretty sure I already showed you Chevy from like 2 months ago. Haven't really touched her build yet. I did give her her own Staphahoma, but I'm pretty sure I already mentioned that because I had a spare copy of Staphahoma just lying around. So I was like, oh, might as well level it up then. So yeah, not sure what I want to give her exactly. I'll probably run her with the 4-piece tenacity, not tenacity, 4-piece noblesse, honestly, as per usual. Pretty sure I've already gone over my Navia build, my final Navia build, 70 CR, 228 CD, 13% ER, with her own verdict, and finally a complete 4-piece Nighttime Whispers set. with the best circle, with the single best artifact on my account. So I've tried pimping out my Navia as much as I can, triple crown as well. Kind of surprising. I'm not really into blonde girls, but every now and then a blonde girl comes along, I'm just like, damn. Milady. Anyways. And then lastly, Farina. Again, triple crown. I've already showed you guys her final build. 77, 78 CR, 225 CD. Could be a lot better. Her artifacts are not the greatest, but like honestly for like an artifact set that I was able to put together, like lucky enough to put together within like, I don't know, a day or two. Like her stats are actually really good for that. Like compared to how much freaking time and blood, sweat, and tears I had to pour into Navia's build. And she ended up with a somewhat similar stat line anyway. She's just missing, you know, 7 or 8% crit rate. But in any case, Archon privilege, I guess. Traveler, Hydro Traveler. She just needs one more level up for her normal attack, and she'll be done. Just need to get two more of these world span ferns. Though I don't know how long that's gonna take because I don't feel like using my dream solves right now. Actually, I should have plenty of them at the moment. Like, it shouldn't be a big deal for me to use them now. Yeah, like 13. Well, actually, do I want to use them now? I think I'll hold on to them for now. So I used to have like almost 20. Like by the time you have like 20 dream solves, it's like you can afford to toss them around a little bit. But like once you start getting up to like 10, if there's like a new character in the future that you're looking forward to and you want to use dream solvents to level up their talents as quickly as possible, then good idea to keep around like 10. Might need them for, you know, weekly material conversion and whatnot. Anyways, is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Not really, not from a character perspective. Yeah, I think I've already gone over everything I wanted to go over. Also, Shenhe and Ganyu look fantastic in their skins, but that just goes without saying. And finally, let's do some exploration review. So Shenyun Vale I've actually almost completely explored. I plan to do this one right here, the story quest here, because this is a Shenyun Vale related story quest. And of course, there's also a world quest here that I picked up along the way somewhere. But yeah, Shenyun Vale is almost done already. Shenyun Vale is actually a pretty straightforward region. And it had a couple of confusing places, but you know, you just need to get the world quests and the story quests done here, and you know you'll basically find the rest on your own pretty easily, I think. But yeah, just gotta knock this out with a few more quests down there. Let's see. I've been working a little bit on the forest area, and a little bit on the Mort region. Before, I think the Mort region was like sub 70. Now it's a little bit over 70. And the forest area was around like either sub 80 or like around like low 80, like 80%, something like that. Found a couple more things just running around the overworld. There are 2 local legend bosses that I still need to beat. They're the same ones actually, or the same type, where it's like you fight against the giant jellyfish. I tried fighting the one down here, underneath Aaron's forest, like right here. Yeah, he's probably around here somewhere. That fight is pretty bullshit, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't figured out how exactly that fight is supposed to work. Because the biggest problem I have with it is that like I think you're supposed to fight it at range. Like you grab the bomb jellyfish attack. I don't know what the official name is. I forgot. I've long since forgotten. But like, you grab that long-range jellyfish torpedo attack, and then you just bomb the local legend jellyfish from from downtown, basically. The problem with that is that if the jellyfish gets too far out of your range, obviously in Genshin, when you physically put enough, when you put enough distance between you and an enemy, right? They just de-aggro, and the moment they de-aggro, they just get all the health back. So I've had like multiple instances of the jellyfish just kind of wandering outside of our like dual range, and it de-aggroes, and I gotta do the fight all over again. And like local legends have a fuck ton of HP, so like they're not exactly short fights. So it's like ugh. So like I have to figure out a way to like do that quest or do that fight like more efficiently, but like your options are pretty limited there. Like overworld local legend fights are not bad, because even though they do a shit ton of damage, it's like whatever, right? Eventually you can just brute force your way through it. But with the underwater local legend fights, you have to use your the underwater like attack thingies, right? Obviously you can't just fight it normally. So gonna have to figure out how to beat that guy. And not only that guy, but the one underneath the tower here too. So gotta get those fights done. But yeah, and then not only that, but start clearing out quests for Fontaine. I think I'm like one chest away from getting like 2 more intertwined fates at the fountain here. Those will be useful for Chiori. Speaking of Chiori, since ever since I got Shenyun, yes, technically since Shenyun, I haven't had to spend on anything, so I've built up a little bit of a stash. It's not much, but it'll help. So yeah, I do plan on rolling for Chiori, just C0 though, because obviously I can't go for more than that. C0, and I will try going for a weapon, as I usually do. But yeah, I'll be rolling for her then. Not sure if I'm going to be able to roll for her immediately, right when she comes out, because obviously IRL still pretty much sucks dick for me, from a employment perspective. But still having fun with the Genshin. Obviously 4.5 is just meant to be a filler trailer, or filler patch. So yeah, hopefully maybe later today we'll get our 4.6 drip marketing. So yeah, for those of you guys who are going to roll for Chiori, best of luck. Or if you guys are even going to roll for the Chronicled Wish banner, for whatever reason, then yeah, best of luck with that too. But yeah, that'll do it for this video, and we'll see you guys next month. Peace.